Can you see Liverpool from the top of this Shropshire tower? Find out today on Third Rate Content. So welcome back to Third Rate Content. Today we are in the depths of South Shropshire. We're just a mile and a half outside Craven Arms and about 10 miles south of Church Stretton. And we're just about a mile off the A49, the Hereford Road from Shrewsbury to Hereford. Though we got to the approximate location pretty quickly today, but finding where we parked to make the ascent up to Flounders Folly, the tower that you can just see behind me there, was another aspect or another respect altogether, because it took ages. But we're here now and we're going to make the ascent up to the tower, find out about it as we make our way up there, and see what spectacular views we can get from up there, I hope. So buckle up and I'll see you out here. Yeah, it's quite covered in pollen now, which is apt because it's about the wildflowers and Flounders Folly. Yeah, have a quick read and a pause if you want to take in that. But I'll tell you right now that Flounders Folly was built by the industrialist Benjamin Flounders. This isn't the Callow Hill near Minsterley that we visited on Third Rate Content before. This is, like I say, more near Craven Arms and getting into proper South Shropshire territory. We're not too far from Stokesay Castle where we are today. But Benjamin Flounders was a industrialist, merchant, entrepreneur and philanthropist. And he had Flounders Folly built in 1838. Benjamin was 70 years old at this time. And he didn't actually live in this area. He had holdings, land holdings obviously, right in this area. And he had Flounders Folly built. Apparently, this was in a time where work for the labourers and whatnot was scarce. Hello. Hello. Do love a bit of nature, especially when it comes up and says hi to you. It probably thought I was the farmer or something. If we come here just a few short weeks ago, this ground where forestry's been going on would have been absolutely a quagmire. It would have been, really would have been, excuse the pun, a walking boots job. But it's not today. I'm thinking it's this way now. Yeah, I imagine this was a full bluebell wood a few weeks ago, but there's still some hanging in there, here. Yeah, I don't know if it comes across on the film, but it is pretty steep going up here now, and it is for a little while ahead. Yeah, going back to what I was just saying, there is no way, I don't think, you would have got up this incline just 4 weeks ago. It'd have been way too muddy, way too slippy, because it's quite slippy today and I'm a bit out of breath. Excuse me, it's a big incline. The end is in sight. Yeah, my hands have got real mucky coming up here. I do hope it's worth it. In fact, I'm sure it'll be worth it. Either way, if you do come here,
don't bring your man.
Just be aware the footing, it's not a great deal. And you just kind of make your way up footstep by footstep. But we're here. And there it is. Benjamin Flounders had Flounders Folly built in 1838. Benjamin was a prominent Quaker, and he was actually a Yorkshireman from North Yorkshire, and he had involvement in the very first railway stretch that was built from Stockton upon Tees to Darlington in the 1800s, the early part of the 1800s. He was left the Colmington estate by his uncle in his inheritance, and never lived in this part of Shropshire. And when he was in this area, you know, managing his estate, he used to stay in Ludlow at the Bull Hotel. Yeah, you can just see up there, 2004. That was when the top part of the tower was restored. Because in the late 1980s, the sort of castellated bit on top, you know, with the sort of defensive looking battlements, actually crumbled and fell. The tower had fallen into such a state of disrepair in this time. Yeah, and I did actually sit here on another video, Secrets of South Shropshire. Really good video. I've recommended it a couple of times on this channel. Boise, played by John Chalice, he did the narrating on this series of videos. He actually did say that Flounders Folly was owned by the 1960s or 20th century.
We're just going to use the beauty and magic of video editing to preemptively correct myself. Julie Christie is an actress. She has starred in films such as Dr. Zhivago, Fahrenheit 451, and Don't Look Back. So on with the movie. Don't listen to what I say next. Thank you, video editing, and thank you, Julie Christie, actress.
Singer Julie Christie. I haven't read that any other place. I just heard it there. But you know, take Boise's word for it. R.I.P. Some pretty old graffiti on this doorway into the keep, and the keep is maintained by the Heritage Shropshire, well, the National Lottery Heritage Fund. Tower is actually, I knew it wasn't going to be open today, is only open a couple of days a year on bank holidays and such. I imagine it gets quite busy then. But irrespective, it doesn't change the fact that the views up here are fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking from the western aspect, we're looking right over that part of Shropshire into Wales and the Black Mountains far away. And on this side of the keep, the eastern aspect, get a lovely pastoral view into England. And we're actually on the western tip of Wenlock Edge here, so that carries on all the way into Much Wenlock. I think the actual most fantastical piece of folklore concerning Flounders Folly is that Benjamin Flounder had it built, being that he was a wealthy industrialist and had ships, you know, for moving stock around and selling stuff, that he had the keep built so that he could see his ships at anchor in Liverpool Bay, some 85 miles from where we are now. And then some other folklore says He had it built so he could see to Liverpool, but he also had it built so he could see his ships in Bristol, which is probably about 100 miles southwesterly. So I don't actually think that he did that, because people weren't really that silly in the 1800s. Obviously, they were very good with weights, measurements and distances, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have had any illusion that he could see his ships at anchor. I think that's some local folklore that's kind of popped up over the years, I think, because the keep is said to have been like a marker between different estates that sort of join up here. That actually sounds much more likely than the seeing his ships at anchor in Liverpool Bay, if you ask me. Nice calligraphy there. Love that font. I'm not sure what this was for. I don't know if it was for another door, or I'm not sure actually. Call me thick. If anybody knows, please tell us in the comments. What I do find quite amazing being up here is that it was also said that Benjamin, I said it a bit earlier, but Benjamin Flounders did have the tower built because local workmen were out of work in 1838, and he was doing his philanthropist bit by putting him to work building the tower on his land. But the stones it's made out of would have took some bringing up here onto the hilltop. I mean, it's much steeper on the other side that we came up to get up here than it is on the eastern side. So I imagine the stones did come up perhaps this way. I wouldn't have liked to have brought them up from the western side. But it most certainly would have kept the workmen busy for quite some time. Yeah, you have actually got a flagpole on top. Perhaps they put that up, fly the flags on the open days. Anyway, thank you for joining us today on Third Rate Content, our visit up to Flounders Folly. It's a place I've been wanting to visit for at least a year and a half, 2 years, and now we've all visited it together on Third Rate Content. Been a bit of an adventure finding it. I always like them, and we found it in the end. I was close to giving up, but I don't give up. I just carry on, even though I did definitely was close to it today. But thanks for watching to the end. If you did enjoy, think about leaving a like, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and commenting if you'd like to chat, because I'm always available and I read all the comments and comment back where it's applicable and appropriate. So anyway, if I don't see you soon, I'll see you 3 times as soon. Third Rate Content, signing out. Bye bye.